Hello, welcome. Is it Wednesday? Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. My name is Holly Hartman, and I am the CMO of the WOW Network, where we put the WOW in women. We are the fastest growing networking group in the Louisville area for women, and we're here with one of our own members, Kim Jones. She is of Lock and Key Home, which is a professional organizing company, and I cannot wait to hear more from Kim. But what we're going to be talking about today is we have a clothing swap coming up here very soon. And we wanted to just give you 3 to 5 tips on how to approach organizing your closet, how approaching looking at what you have in your closet to then bring to the swap if that's something you're interested in, or just for your own general knowledge, because a lot of us have some barriers to this, and I bet Kim's going to talk about that here in a little bit. But before I get into that, Kim, would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. I'm Kim Jones. I'm with Lock and Key Home. We founded the company in January 2018, and we do home organization and concierge move management. My personal favorite area to organize is the closet, so this is perfect. If you put me in a closet on any day, I am a happy camper.
I love that. Well, would you mind just really quickly, how did you get into this? Because I know a lot of us, I'll say, I am somebody that needs your services. I'll admit that out loud.
That's okay. Yeah.
So how did you get into this?
I got into it. I was working corporate and I was working a ton of hours, and I had twins. And over the course of a year of them being born, my life being very chaotic, we moved and my house was even more chaotic. And I just wanted a house to be calming. I didn't want to come home and just have complete chaos and then wake up in the morning and think about all the things I needed to do when I got home, but ultimately never did because I was so tired, just being a new mom and trying to work and juggle. So I started researching if it was a possibility to have someone to come in and organize the house. And that's where the idea was born.
I love that. Yeah, anybody else, a mom out there that's watching right now that could benefit from having an organizer? Even if you're the most organized person, having help and support can make a big difference. I know for firsthand for sure. So
absolutely.
Thank you for sharing part of your journey in that. So we're here to talk about 3 tips on how people can help themselves in organizing their closet to either be ready for a swap or to donate or just to do their spring cleaning, even though we're now in summer. So what are some of your tips that you might give somebody that might be struggling with this?
Yeah, so I think your first natural instinct, if you look, a lot of times females have a natural instinct, we just don't listen to it. So if you look at an item and you automatically, your body language is just kind of like, go with that because that's how you feel about the item. I've had clients try on clothes and you can just tell by their posture that they don't feel amazing. And if you don't feel amazing in something, don't keep it. There's never a what if situation that you want to show up looking frumpy. So first and foremost, and that can weed out a lot of things very, very quickly. Another thing is people keep things out of guilt. So whether they bought it years ago and they wore it or someone gave it to them as a gift, I assure you the person that gave it to you as a gift does not want you to have the guilt factor in wearing it and not love it. And they totally understand that it's time to let go because the more space you have in your closet, the easier it is to get dressed in the morning. So don't clutter your closet with a bunch of items that are a what if or just because you feel guilty. I will assure you it is so much easier to get dressed when you have less, and it's less with items that you absolutely love. So if you are keeping it for any reason out of guilt or what if, let it go. Absolutely. Another good one I really just had hit home. I met with a stylist recently, and I over COVID had gained a ton of weight, which I think a lot of us did. And mentally, I was putting myself into a bucket of what size I should be. And I was squeezing myself into these pants. And of course I felt awful because I wasn't comfortable. And he highly suggested that I just go up a size, and I fought him on it. But I will say, no one knows what size you're in. No one cares what size you're in. It's the way you carry yourself and how you present yourself and how you feel. So I am proudly wearing a large now. much to my demise, but no one knows. And I feel great. And I feel much better than trying to squeeze myself into a medium. So it takes size completely out of the equation and trying to put yourself into a box. Wear what you feel makes you feel like you're going to own a room.
Oh, I love that. Those are amazing tips. And there's so much truth to that. And also, just in general, for women's sizes, one brand size is totally different to another brand size. So we really can't go by that. When I go to a store, I'll pick up all different sizes and try them all on. And I'm like, I don't even look at like which one I'm trying on. So I can't judge that. Just like, oh, it just feels good. And I know for me, I'm looking through my closet and when I was 10 years ago and had before my second child. And I still have dresses that I loved because I love color and it's hard to find colors. So I didn't want to part with them. But I have a whole rack of dresses that I'm going to be bringing to our event because I don't foresee myself becoming a size 6 anytime soon. And if I do, I know I'm going to go out and buy more size 6s anyway because I'm going to be happy about it at that point.
Exactly. Yes. And there's also so many people that can really use that size 6 clothing. So rather than it collect dust in your closet, think about all the women out there that could rock it right now and just feel really good about themselves and get a year or 2 years worth of use versus sitting in your closet.
Absolutely. You mentioned in tip number 2 about like the guilt factor. There's a lot of not mental health, but things that we have, obstacles that we have to overcome when we're doing this. So like it is a mental heavy load to do that as well. Could you give some tips on how to maybe release that guilt? Do you say something to it? Do you give gratitude? I know I've watched KonMari method and she kind of gives gratitude to the clothing. Any tips for anybody that might be struggling in that part?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really goes all back to your natural instinct and what does your gut tell you to do. And sometimes it takes longer to get to there, but asking yourself the questions of why you're keeping it, who you're doing it for, and who's benefiting at the end of the day that it's in your closet. And just really kind of getting to the core questions to get to your mental reason of why you're keeping it is just really important. It's my little clothing fashionista joining us.
Hello, friends. We love children here. We welcome all children here. So.
Sorry.
No, welcome. That is, we are professional women making these things happen, right? Hello, friend. And so if you don't mind sharing with us, maybe walk us through what would it look like if somebody wanted to hire you professionally, not just for your closet, but for someone that might need that additional. I know for me, I outsource the things I don't have the time or energy for. And so investing in a professional organizer to come do that, I know would clear up so much mental space for me to be able to be efficient in other areas that I really need. So maybe walk us through what it would look like to work with you.
Yeah. So we will come into the house and do a consult. And in the consult, we're really trying to get to what is your vision? Because it's not a one size fits all. It's not, here's a closet, here's our 5 bins for the closet, we label them, we're out. We really want it to, we want to create a system that's going to last. So yes, we all have disruptions in life and things change and we have maintenance plans and that's all perfect. But at the end of the day, we want it to be something that you can maintain and something you can maintain super easy. So in the consult, we really try to get into your mindset and your vision and what your ultimate goal is. And everyone's goals and visions are different. So with that, we try to create a plan and then we come in to the home and have a solid plan and a plan of attack. And I think the other thing too is it's kind of like having an accountability partner. Because it's very hard. Who has time to do this? And on the weekends is very valuable, crucial time. And I don't even want to do it unless I'm really in the mood, because I do it all week and I'm tired. So having accountability partner, and what we do is we pull everything out of the space and then we categorize it. And then the client can come in and just say, donate, discard, keep. And it makes the process very streamlined and easy. And it takes them like 20 to 30 minutes to kind of go through all of that versus the 6 to 7 hours you would take to do it on your own. And another thing is it looks worse before it looks better. So when you're pulling everything out of the space, a lot of times people are like, hard stop, I give up, it's too overwhelming. And I totally get it. You really have to commit. So it's just a lot easier to have a buddy system, have someone that's accountability, have someone who knows the logistics. And there's a lot of science behind organizing too, of natural, like when you look into your closet, what's the first thing you look at? And are those the things that you're wearing on a daily basis? Kitchens, what do you naturally gravitate, go to get a cup of water? And you have to take all those things into consideration. And we can't just come in and blindly set up your kitchen. So we have to have a ton of feedback from the client. And we really try to set it up for them to make it work.
I love that. Yeah, accountability. I personally have ADHD, so I know body doubling is the times that I've made really great changes in my home is when I had another friend there and we're just talking and doing it together and organizing it. But then that added of a professional that knows the psychology behind it and what's most efficient, and then having a maintenance plan. Because how many times have we stopped what we were doing and then it goes back to the same way if we don't have a maintenance plan and accountability? So that's awesome.
Yes.
I love that. Well, if anybody is watching, if you have questions, feel free to write them down below because we can answer them. We're only going to be on for a couple more minutes. But before we hop off, we've mentioned a little bit before is we have a clothing swap coming up soon. It's called the Swap It Like It's Hot, Women's Empowerment and Clothing Swap. So we're going to have women empowerment speakers. We're going to have a clothes swap. This is going to sell out. So if you've got it marked on your calendar and haven't bought the tickets yet, please go get them. Like, I really want you to be there and I don't want to turn people away. So please grab your tickets. We have a limited amount, so I really want you to be there. But go through your closet today. Like after this, you watch this and find out, do you have 10 pieces that you could bring that could bring somebody else joy? I've done these before and I've seen other people put on the clothes that were mine that I no longer wanted, and then it gave them life. And to watch somebody else like enjoy in something that was yours, I got chills. It gives these good feelings. And when you get to clear out space, and this is more like my life coaching side. When you clear out space in your life, you call in all the good things that you really are wanting. When we're so cluttered and we don't have space, we can't call in the things that are for our next, for our future self, for who we want to become. And so I just think that that's just amazing that what you do really gives people life back and structure back. And we so need that right now.
Yeah. And it's addicting too. Once you start, you're on a roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you everybody that's watching today. But before we hop off completely, Kim, any final words for anybody that is looking for organization or the clothes swap or anything else, and how do they find you too?
Oh, okay. I'm on Instagram and Facebook as Lock and Key Home. We try to offer a ton of tips and tricks and a little bit of behind the scenes of a day of our life, which can be crazy sometimes, but always exciting. And we also have a website. It's www.lkhomeorganization.com. I will be at the Swap It Like It's Hot event. I am super excited. This is something that I have always wanted to think about, and I've tried to even think of how to make it happen in the last 5 years. And so as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I will totally be there. I love the idea. I think it's totally empowering other women. Things that no longer bring me value, bring other people tons of value and vice versa. And I just think it's a great event just to set everyone up for success.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I also want to just mention that we have a lot of collaborating partners to make this happen. With the WOW Network, we really want to amplify women in business and the different businesses they have. So we're collaborating with Glitter Bob, work with Leah Bomar, who is the author of Glitter Bob. We are collaborating with Beauty Boost Louisville. We're collaborating with The Real, which is luxury consignment. And I'll be talking with Julie here on Monday about the luxury consignment option that we have there. We have fantastic speakers, Lakeisha, Anka, Izzy's going to be emceeing along with Leah. So we have some amazing women and chefs and bakers and cash bar, and we're going to be at the No Ray Karaoke Bar in Nulu. So just come out and see us. Get your tickets now, and if nothing else, take some time today and organize a little bit of your closet, and just give yourself the gift of that self-care today. So thank you, everybody that watched. We really appreciate you being here. And on Monday, I'll be going live with Julie to talk about the real luxury consignment. All right, bye, everybody. Thank you.